What up, YouTube? This is DaveMedic1 with another knife review for you guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing a knife that I've been waiting in anticipation for. I've seen this knife on another fellow YouTuber's channel and just fell in love with it. And just out of luck, I was able to get my hands on one. So today ought to be a really special review here. I won't keep you waiting. It is a CRKT. It's a CRKT collaboration, but it's not what you would think. It's not the Ken Onion collaboration there. It's actually a collaboration with a designer by the name of Loing Ma. He's a Malaysian custom knife maker, or he's from Malaysia. And very awesome designs. All his designs are pretty much tactical. And I don't see any of his designs. They don't look like anybody else's designs. So he's very, very, very creative, and got some really good designs. I checked out his own personal website, and checked out his knives. I've heard of him before and have been on his website before in the past, and I've always liked his stuff. His stuff is very hard to come by because he just doesn't make that much. So doing the collaboration with CRKT is it's a really awesome opportunity for someone to really to purchase and own some of his work there for sure. Really, really awesome designer. So without further ado, the model is the Ma Racer. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Awesome. It definitely exceeded my expectations for sure. Just to go over a couple stats and get those out the way. The blade length is 3.875. It's an Aussite steel, hardened to 5859 HRC. The overall length of this guy is 8.75 inches. A little larger, but not too. I carry larger knives, so it doesn't bother me a bit. It's really. For what it is a tactical folder, so it fits the role and the size perfectly. As far as the weight goes, it is 5.3 ounces, but amazingly enough, you don't feel it in your pocket at all. It's just really, it's not bad at all, guys, for sure. On the blade there, it's a satin finish. Cool thing is, it's a modified Tonto point. This is a hollow grind. Goes up about, I'd say, from half to 3/4 of the way up the blade. It's got the swedge going across the top, the Tonto, and all the way back there. The hollow grind definitely lends itself for being a slicing, penetrating edge there for sure. The reinforced Tonto tip, it just screams tactical. It's so nice. I mean, the grip, ergonomics are absolutely perfect on this. No hot spots whatsoever in this forward grip there. 4-finger carry sets you right there in this groove. The handles are, we've got G10 right here, half in the bolster. And the G10 is a mild, it's not super aggressive, but it is grippy. You can use this for a while and you're not going to have hot spots for sure. It is very, very comfortable. There is jimping on the back here from midway, not midway, I would say 2/3 back all the way around. The reason why they've added that in there is because this knife in reverse grip is way comfortable also. It's definitely a tactical knife for sure. Definitely tactical. It is very, I mean, it's very comfortable in this grip right here, and it is a tactical knife. If you familiar with Loing Ma's designs, all his stuff is tactical, karambits, whatnot. Just to give you an idea, just to give you a couple little interesting points on this. In 2003, he came out with a knife, a custom knife that was similar to this shape. The one difference I could see from pictures posted and this knife that I have in front of me is that the swedge on top ends halfway, and then it's just floats back. The swedge stops right here, and then it's the full thickness of the blade there. In 2010, he came back to this design and kind of went ahead and revised it, and that's where you find the swedge that goes from the tip all the way to the back there. And it's a very good, aesthetically, it's awesome, but there is a purpose for it also. It's just definitely penetration. The penetration factor. The thinner it is, the easier it is, less friction as far as penetrating and whatnot. So, definitely well thought out knife. Now, the difference between that knife, from what I can see from pictures and what I'm actually holding here, that 2010 version and the CRKT collaboration, is the addition of the lock system right here, the locks, which is a nice touch. This knife, as far as lockup and as far as, you know, how well made and put together it is, it does not need this extra lock, but it's good. It's just a good peace of mind for sure. Not bad at all, but it doesn't need it whatsoever. It's just that little bit, you know, little icing on the cake there for sure. So very, very nice. So that's what you're going to find as far as the difference on there. Instead of the maker's mark, you have the CRKT here. It does say Ma Racer on there. Definitely got a patent number there and the 8900 model number right there, which is the nice touch also. Feels great in hands. I can't say any more about it. It's just absolutely awesome. It is tip up, tip down, left, right carry, so any way you want it, you can have it there. And it is a flipper knife. No thumb stud whatsoever. Going into the action on this knife, as far as ease of deployment, it can't get any easier than this. This has the looks and feel of a, you know, $200 to $300 to $400 custom knife. No problem, all day, every day. You hear that click right there? They had done such a good job with the detent ball inside of here that as soon as you pass the detent, there's so much energy built up that the blade just swings out so freely and so smoothly. It's just unbelievable. I mean, that's the thing that you notice right off the bat. The first thing you do is you grab the knife and you go to flip it open, and you hear that click on the detent ball, and it slides open so smoothly that you just can't believe it. There is no need to flick the wrist or anything. It just, and just to give you an example there, I mean, hear that? That's a detent disengaging. Perfect. Every time. Super smooth. Blade came perfectly center. There is no blade play up or down. Fit and finish on this knife is absolutely impeccable. Where the G10 meets the bolsters there is no gaps. There is no gaps whatsoever. The back spacer with the scales and the inside liners here, they meet up absolutely perfect. I was really looking for a flaw in this knife and have not found it yet. Very, very, very nice for the money. As far as, let's get into the price on this, you could find it anywhere from probably mid-60s to $80 as far as that goes there. So in this price range, which I would say it is a mid-range price knife. I mean, I would say higher end knife is, you know, you're into your $120 to $180. $200 is your super high-end knife. After that, you might as well, if you're going to spend that money, you might as well get into a custom. But for the money on this knife, you can't go wrong. You absolutely cannot go wrong. You have all the hints of custom knife, definitely. And this is so close to the Ma's normal customs that it could easily be confused for one. Collaboration is just absolutely just a great idea for CRKT to collaborate with this designer here. He doesn't produce that much as far as custom wise, so being able to actually hold one of his designs in a collaboration like this is just absolutely awesome. I mean, I've mentioned it before in my videos, guys, that the best knives to get from a manufacturer are always collaborations. You get that, you'll be able to get the feel for that high-end custom knife without having to spend all that money. And with this CRKT 8900 is probably the best example of that. Now, there are a couple other knives that are my favorites as far as collaboration goes, but you know, and they were my favorites. I say were because as soon as I opened the box and got this here, I couldn't wait to do an unboxing video. I knew what it was. I had to open it up, and it is everything that's. I mean, this knife is. I mean, it's definitely tactical for sure, and it is sexy. It is a very nice knife. And on top of that, I mean, the action is just absolutely. I mean, it's so silky smooth. I mean, look at it. Detent. So smooth, man. I can't explain it enough. If you guys have an opportunity, if you have the money and you're looking for a knife in this price range to fit that, if you're a collector, it's just so worth the money. I mean, don't overlook it. If you get a chance to actually hold one, do it, and then you could really understand what I'm telling you today. I mean, I could sit here and talk. You know, I mean, if visually through a video, you could definitely, I mean, it made me want to get it, and then actually holding it in my hands, it just absolutely blows me away. So guys, I mean, definitely if you get a chance and you're looking for a knife in that price range, and it's not a bad price range whatsoever. I mean, we're all working folks. You know, I'm doing the 9 to 5 like everybody else, you know, and this is definitely within your grasp there. It's definitely maybe putting away some money, a couple extra weeks from your paycheck, to instead of going for that $40 to $50 knife to get into that $60, $70 knife. It is definitely worth it. I mean, there's other knives in that price range there, but I would have to say, hands down, to go with this knife right here. I mean, fit and finish. Blade steel, design of the blade, it's a very well thought out design. It's as close to a custom as you can get. Ergonomics, everything. I mean, it's a complete package there, and I am very, very, very happy to have this knife in my collection for sure. They do have another model version of this, or another version of this, and it is the 8900K, which is an all black version with partial serrations. Which was also nice, but I'm not really into serrations too much, as far as this is going to be an easier knife for me to maintain. But it is all black, and it looks nasty too. It is stealth. All in all, I imagine that I'm 99.9% positive that it's going to have the same characteristics as far as fit and finish, the ease of deployment, the smooth action, all that stuff. You're going to get it there also. But you're going to have a serration, so not a bad knife to own for sure, guys. I can't think of anything else to say right now, but I wish I had something that I could put up against it as far as a size comparison that you guys are familiar with. I mean, I have a Spyderco Resilience right here to give you an idea of the size. You know, Spyderco Resilience is a huge knife, and it is, excuse me, and it is just a little bit, the eraser is just a little bit smaller than that. As far as carrying, another thing, as far as how it feels in your pocket, just real quick, I'm running out of batteries here, guys. I'm trying to go ahead. It would sit in your pocket as so, right? Slide in your pocket. If you were to go to reach for keys or other things in your right-hand pocket as you go through, because the blade, or the scale shape goes down and then in, it allows you to reach in and grab what you need to. The pocket clip, it sits pretty darn low, and would imagine would sit a whole lot lower, tip down carry. So it's tip up right now, it's set up, but you have the option to move it left or right, up and down. So that's another awesome feature on this knife. I can't say enough about it, guys. I mean, you definitely, if you're at your local knife store and they have it, look at it, pick it up. If you got a buddy who has one, go over to his house, look at it. I mean, look at the reviews online. It is a nice knife and definitely worth the money they're asking for it, guys. So anyway, that's my review of the Eraser Mod Design 8900. Awesome knife. If you have any comments below, please post them. Anything about this, any questions about this knife? You guys think of it, is there anything else that you would, that you would think would make this knife better? If you guys got a better option for a knife besides this in that price range, the $60 to $80 price range, let me know, because I'd love to check it out myself. So definitely post that below. I love that information. I love digging around doing research like that. So guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support. New subs, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And stay tuned. I got another knife or two I got to do a review on. So stay tuned. I'll try to post that video up this weekend. You guys take it easy. Peace.